Hello everyone, I'm Norman Marlberger, and we're learning how to play Go. I'm going to be talking about opening play centered around this 4-4 point. This is very popular these days, and it's a pattern that we see many games, and it's really important for beginners to get some familiarity with the main lines of play. So today we're going to concentrate on this approach move here. We could call that a low approach move. In years gone by, this would have been by far the most common approach to this stone, although these days the direct invasion at the three point is seen perhaps even more than this, which is a very big surprise, as I've mentioned to you before. So today we're going to stick to patterns that arise from this play here. Now, black has a number of different options, and a very natural one is this one, to have a 1-point jump out towards the side. This maintains a high position, so it's influence oriented, and it also puts more pressure on this white stone. Okay, so now one natural pattern is white has a lot of different possibilities, but one pattern which is easy to understand is that white is going to slide into the corner and black is going to secure part of the corner, and then white comes back and makes a base. All right, so I think we've seen this pattern before, and now if black wants to continue, black can play out here, but it's not entirely necessary for black to continue. If black does play, there is a nice shape for black, and then the position is more or less settled, although later on, this move here is a key point for both players. White will want to play here to reduce black's corner territory and to more solidly make some life here. But on the other hand, if black can play, black playing like this makes a bigger corner territory and also makes this group here a little bit more insecure. Okay, so that's a nice sequence, and it's a balanced kind of sequence. All right, let's have a look at, say, a play down here, up here. All right, so we'll do the same kind of thing. Let's have a white approach from this side this time. And now let's have black playing this move here, which is a little bit more territory oriented and more security oriented, and also puts less pressure on white. So white can actually quite happily leave this and go somewhere else. Oh, of course, white can also play the same pattern here, and like this pattern here. So that's possible. And now black definitely does not have to do anything anymore. This is a reasonable group. However, there's a bit of space here for white to push in, and also if white comes here, then this is putting some kind of pressure. And black should think of this group as being flexible, that it can either play here for security or can jump out here. So for example, if black plays somewhere else and white pushes out here, then black does not want white to play over here, because then this is an attack on this group. This group then doesn't have two eyes. So black will probably want to extend in this direction. And conversely, if white plays on this side, then black will play here, ensuring a life for this group. And also the possibility of capturing this stone here and weakening this side here. All right. But so this is a reasonable pattern that's very much like this one. And in fact, it's so much like it that maybe we won't put it down. We'll try some other patterns. Probably this pattern these days is more widely seen because the bots love to play this. Okay, so here white is more firmly sort of attaching to this black stone. Black feels compelled to go here, and now white plays this interesting move here, which at first looks a little bit dangerous because maybe black can play here, Atari on that stone, and then capture this stone. Okay, and that is true. Maybe black can play here, but then white has the possibility of capturing this stone here, And maybe black is in a somewhat sort of confined position and still has to play some extra move to connect down here. So it's possible, but it's not that common. What is more common is for black to Atari on this side. Okay, and now if white will connect there, and then black will connect here. So it's important for black to connect on this side and not on this side. If black connects on this side, then this is a big capture for white, and then white has got this prisoner, some territory, and also a rather strong position towards the side, while this black group still has to play another move really in order to create some decent eye space. So this is playable, but I think it's probably considered a little bit superior to white. White will want to play here at some point, and then you can see that the thickness in this direction is quite strong. So instead of connecting here, black typically connects here, and now white has two options. One is to connect to the outside, which is obvious and logical, okay, and that's a good move. And the other one is to take this stone. So let's have a look at this pattern first. So now black still has to worry about this stone. If white plays here, then this stone is captured. Even if the stone extends, then white can play on this side, and then those two black stones cannot escape. So that will take away the corner for black and also remove some easy eye shape. So this is the move that black would play in order to sort of fix the shape here and to prevent white from taking the stone. Now white typically might come out here like this, looking to limit black's position and to give potential for developing on the side. Now you might think that, well, maybe black should play this kind of Hane here and you know, the sort of push towards each other's territory. But in fact, this is maybe a little bit of an overplay, at least for a beginner, because white has these cutting points. For example, if white plays here, what is black going to do? If black plays on this side to capture that stone, white can play here, Atari, so black takes that. But now white captures these two black stones. Okay, this is not horrible for black, but it's not very good either, because black, these stones here aren't really doing that much. Black has some thickness and some potential towards the side and center, but I think white's territory would be considered superior. And these black stones still could be a subject of attack. So for this reason, after white plays here, this is probably the shape move. So this is a nice shape, okay, that fixes black's defect here and has a nice potential towards the side. So this is considered a decent shape, and white probably wants to make an extension on this side to utilize these stones that white has played. If white doesn't play this move and plays somewhere else, say over here, then black has this annoying peep here, okay, which threatens to disconnect these two groups. And if white connects like this, then the black can play something like this. And now suddenly this group is looking heavy and is almost the subject of attack, okay, which is not good. So it's important to sort of fix the shape of your stones before you go on to make a big territorial move somewhere else, okay? That's the idea of a move like this. Okay, so this is a well-established pattern, and now I'm going to show you another variant of that. So let's have white on this side, black here, here, and here, and here. So it's the same pattern, okay? And now black is going to connect here, but maybe white wants to play on this side, okay? And capturing this stone, that allows, of course, black to disconnect white from the side here, okay? Now white will play down here, capturing this stone, creating a secure group in the corner, and also, you know, looking maybe to make an extension over here and cutting this thing off. Now this black group is it's a strong shape, but it's still without a base, so black will probably want to play an extra move, maybe over here or something like that, or maybe even closer if you're a beginner. So this is also a possibility. This is something that that could happen if white was, not wanting to risk a peep of black like this, and white just wanted to secure a quick shape and maybe wasn't too concerned if black has this extension. Okay, so let's look at another situation. So white plays here, and black plays here. Now here's another very common kind of shape that can happen. So maybe white wants to make a big territory here. So one way of doing that is to kick first, to attach to this black stone before making an extension. So after this attachment, black is almost obliged to have this solid extension to strengthen this stone, prevent white from coming around it and weakening it considerably. And now white can play out here, having prevented black now from being able to easily slide into the corner. Okay, so in this situation, black is maybe not dismayed by that, because black does have the potential for quite a bit of side territory here. Okay, and black is also able later on to play this 3-3 point. So this 3-3 invasion is still possibly on the cards for black, as is maybe an invasion over here. So in this case here, maybe black might actually be more interested in playing something like this, with the idea of splitting these two groups. Okay, so if white, say, defends that there, then black can come out, and now this group here is subject to some pressure. So if black plays this move here now, white will start to have to worry about these stones here. Okay, so that's another kind of play to remember that with this low approach move, you can kick first and then make an extension. And later on, white will be keen to play down here, which sort of more solidly captures the corner territory. Otherwise, there's some potential for black to make some trouble in the corner. So if white is able to get this Hane extension in, then this becomes a very big solid territory. And if black honestly plays like this, well, then black has some nice potential here in the lower part of the board here. Okay, so those are some basic patterns that arise with a 4-4 point and a low approach move.